Ignatius of Antioch, who was undoubtedly Catholic, as we know from his famous
And
letter.
existed.
Yeah, he existed. He definitely existed, James White. He definitely existed. We know from his most famous letter to the Smyrnians and his teaching of the Eucharist, and that there is no church without a bishop. However, we see in his letter to Rome a clear indication to his plea of the Church of Rome in 110 AD to Pope Alexander I to not intervene in his death that he would later suffer in the Colosseum by the hands of the Roman government. And I think right here, Ignatius of Antioch clearly sums it up beautifully why we must submit to the Church of Rome. He says this: the church which is beloved and enlightened by the will of him that wills all things which are according to the love of Jesus Christ our God, which also presides in the country of the region of the Romans, worthy of God, worthy of honor, worthy of the highest happiness, worthy of praise, worthy of attaining her every desire, worthy of being deemed holy, which presides over love, walking in the law of Christ and bearing the Father's name, which church I also salute in the name of Jesus Christ, the Son of the Father, to those who are united, both according to the flesh and spirit, to every one of his commandments, who are filled inseparably with the grace of God, and are purified from every strange taint. I wish an abundance of happiness unblameable in Jesus Christ our God. You have envied no one, but others you have taught. I desire only what you have enjoined, and your instructions may remain in force. I only pray for me that I may have strength both inward and outward, that I may not merely speak, but have also the will, that may not be called a Christian, but may also be found to be one. For if I am found to be one, then I can also be called and be deemed faithful, even when I am no longer visible in the world. I am writing to all the churches. I enjoin all that I am dying willingly for God's sake, if only you do not prevent it. We clearly see his submission to Rome in his opening statement of this letter, where he says, the church I salute in the name of Jesus Christ. And we clearly see all the things where he says where the church has taught others of Christ. The church is where all the force is sojourned from, where the church stems from is Rome, and he salutes the church of Jesus Christ. He could have written this letter to any other church. Rather, he wrote this letter to Rome specifically, as we see in his plea for them to not intervene, that he is also writing it as a message to all churches, because the head, the Roman church, can inform the rest of the body, all the other churches. So he clearly said, I know they're going to try intervening into my death, but please don't allow me to die a death where he can be deemed faithful when he is no longer visible in the world.